Fucking Treyway, King New York, looking for the queen. You got the right one. Let these bitches know, nigga. Queens, Brooklyn. It's not nice. Pussy got that wet, got that drip, got that super soak. I hit that shit, Fifi, honey, Kiki. She eat my dick like it's quick free. I don't even know like when I did that. I don't even know like when I hit that. All I know is that I just can't wipe that. Talk to her nice, so she won't fight back. Turn around, hit it from the back. Back her down, then I make it clap. I don't really want no friends. I don't really want no friends, no. Draco got that kickback when I blow that thing. All the track, they don't shoot back. One shot, close range, break. I hit that, yeah, I did that, yeah. I live that cold, no Uber with my shooter, with a booger. We gon' do your niggas say they killing people, but I really fucking do it. I don't really want no friends. I don't really want no friends, no. He tryna 69 like Tekashi, call him Papi, worth the ASAP, keep me rocky. I'm from New York, so I'm cocky. Say he fucking with my posse, caught me Chloe like Kardashian. Keep this pussy in Versace, said I'm pretty like Tanashi. Put it all up in his face. Did I catch a case? Pussy gang just caught a body, but I never leave a trace. Face is pretty as the days. I get chips, I ask for lace. I just sit back and when he done, I be like, yo, how to taste? Yo, how to taste? I don't really want no friend. I don't really want no fun. Hey yo, Draco got that kickback. When they kick back, you can't get your shit back. In fact, it's that bitch that I hate small talk. I don't fuck with your chat. AC just stopped working, so they hit me. Told me bring my wrist back. I'm through rocking fashions that got all these bitches like yo, what's that? I don't really want no friends. I don't really want no friends, no. Give me money more. I catch a hoe right by her toe. If she ain't fucking me and Nikki, kick that hoe right through the jaw. I don't really want no friends. My old hoe just built this Benz. Nikki just hopped in the shit. Now I won't see that bitch again. Eeny, money more. I catch a hoe right by her toe. If she ain't fucking me and Nikki, kick that hoe right through the jaw. Young money bunny. Telephone here, don't care. I don't really want no friends, no. I don't really want no friends. I don't really want no friends, no.
Hey, colorful hair, don't care. What's going on, Conscious crew? I am so sorry for being hellified late. You guys know I was caught up in another live stream, and something is going on with StreamYard right now because she is not showing me what needs to be shown right now. I need you guys to thumbs up the hell out of this video to get notifications out. Okay, hold on. Why is StreamYard acting so stupid? Girl, it's too much. Yes, this is a new live stream for those of you who don't know. It should say live on y'all's on the screen, you guys. Okay. Okay, so we are here, you guys. Thank you for being here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful hump day. We just got off of a live stream. We did a review for Iyanla's interview with the Breakfast Club, which was really great. She touched on some things that we oftentimes talk about on this platform. One of the street committee members sent me the interview and wanted my thoughts. So that was amazing. So make sure that you guys definitely check out that live when we are done here. Okay. You guys can see from the title what we're here to get into, girl. We got to get into some Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm sure most of you who are not living under a rock has heard and even seen what transpired with Tekashi 6ix9ine last night. The video is going completely and utterly viral all over on World Star Hip Hop and TMZ. We're going to get into all of that. And also, Unhinged's favorite pastor also spoke more in depth. He interviewed his damn self, okay? And talked more about this $50 million lawsuit that he frivolously filed, in my personal opinion, against Brandon Belmonte, girl, okay? So we're going to listen and look at his live stream and see what he got going on, okay? And then that'll be that. So before we get deep off into this thizzle, I need you guys to give me nasty thumbs up on this video, whether you are a Bush baby, whether you are actively in the streets right now in the chat, or you are part of the replay gang. Please thumbs up this video until it is stuck. Also, shout out to all of the new subbies, girl. We are like 15 subscribers away from 43.1K, and we are on to 50K easily, okay? So tell a friend who got a friend who got a friend who got a side chick, okay, about the platform. Also, make sure that you have your notification bell set to all, because you never know what day or hour the king shall be ringing, okay? And you'd also want to share this live stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, girl. Whether that's on Discord, whether that's on YouTube, whether that's on Twitter, the dark side of Twitter, OF, Facebook, MySpace. I don't give a damn where you place the link, honey. Just let them whores know that we are live and in the mother loving color. With no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through. Okay.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hi you guys, welcome back to the platform, honey. Okay, I am in a very inconspicuous mood, girl, so I was feeling real masky today, girl. I just felt like being all mystified and mystical. So yes, and plus I love these particular fashion masks. This is what I was walking around with during the height of the pandemic, honey. I was not about to put those goddamn dental swabs and those goddamn dental bibs on my damn face, girl, okay? It just didn't make sense aesthetically, honey, okay? So I had to leave the house very fashion forward, girl, okay? The ensemble, including the protective gear, had to make sense. Everything had to blend and fall into place accordingly. Now, speaking of falling into place, baby, y'all's favorite informant, aka rapper, aka snitch, as the streets will call him, also fell, baby. And he almost did not get the fuck back up. Shout out to all of the Conscious crew members in the stream, in the building right now. Because I'm late, I'm not going to greet y'all individually, but welcome. Hey, everybody. Let me see if I can pull up my thizzle real quick. How doing? Okay. It's 156 of y'all in the building. We got 130 likes. Y'all doing good. Continue to thumbs up, okay? So, colorful hair, don't care rapper turned informant was recently brutally beat inside of a sauna located in a Florida gym where he didn't have security. The rapper was transported to the hospital for his injuries, while video footage of the malicious attack goes viral. And Unwind with Hennessy K's pastor, Lamor Whitehead, interviews himself on his platform about his current $50 million lawsuit against alleged government informant Brandon Belmonte, girl. So that's the theme of tonight's show, girl. Informants, girl, okay? So let's go ahead and move over to the left and get into some mother-loving Daily Mail, girl, okay, who reported on the incident regarding Tekashi 6ix9ine, okay? Hold on. Let me see here. Yes, girl, interview himself, Burgundy, girl. Okay. All right. According to, girl, what the fuck is this ad, girl? I know y'all gotta pay y'all bills, honey, but these ads just be too much, honey, okay? Not in our hood, you rat. Snitch rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine is beaten to a pulp in men's locker room of LA fitness gym 5 years after testifying against gang members and Miss Cardi B herself. Get into this. Rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine was beaten to a pulp last night and humiliated in front of other gym goers at an LA Fitness 5 years after breaking rank to testify against gang members and Cardi B. The artist was jumped as he tried to leave the fitness club by a group of men who later boasted about the attack on social media. In videos circulating online, they called him a rat who wouldn't be tolerated in their hood. The extent of the injuries is not yet known, and it's unclear whether any of the men involved have been apprehended. While kicking and punching him, one could be heard yelling to another, quote, take a picture, I'm going to be famous now. It's unclear what prompted the attack, but Tekashi is not short of enemies. In 2018, he was labeled a snitch after testifying for prosecutors against the likes of the Bloods gang and Cardi B. Okay, that's some of the fight there. I'm going to show the video because YouTube is getting very interesting, okay? But there are definitely some of the injuries, girl, okay? Tekashi got beat, viciously attacked, girl, okay? With his yarn braids in tow. My God, today. Okay, more interesting imagery of Tekashi 6ix9ine. The article continues. He's cut a deal to lessen his own sentence after being charged with an array of crimes and spent just 2 years behind bars. Tekashi had faced a 47-year minimum sentence and maximum of life in prison when he was arrested back in 2018 on charges including racketeering, firearm possession, armed robbery, and attempted murder. It was part of a widespread crackdown on gangs in New York, during which 9 members of the same gang were taken into custody. He quickly abandoned his co-defendants, cutting a deal with the prosecution instead and agreeing to be their star witness. In court, he took the stand to describe the inner workings of the gang and his own ascent through it. Quote, we participated in a lot of crimes, robberies, assaults, drugs, he said. As a result, Anthony Ellison, one of his co-defendants, was sentenced to 24 years in prison. Tekashi was sentenced to 2 years in prison on December 2019. By then, he had already completed 13 months. Here's y'all famous male-identified spicy Afro-Latina, Miss Cardi. He was arrested early in April 2020 and allowed to serve the remainder of his term on house arrest. He had pleaded with corrections officials to be released, saying he was afraid of contracting COVID-19 behind bars. Since then, he had done little to keep a low profile. He continues to boast about money and women on social media, where he has more than 24 million followers and is still making music. After testifying for the government against gang members in 2018, the rapper was labeled a snitch and beefed up his security. Here it is. You see a video clip of him and Meek Mill getting into an altercation outside of the goddamn club. Let's play this. I'm curious. Wow. Okay. That is y'all favorite white, spicy, Afro, Eurocentric white boy acting a goddamn lace front fool. Last month, he had been seen in an Instagram post in which he showed off a metal case containing stacks of cash. On Friday, he was thrown out of Miami's Lone Depot Park as he created a scene while heavily intoxicated, a source told Page 6. Quote, he was heavily intoxicated and interrupting other guests' experience, the source said. He was drunk, he was inebriated, and he was out of fucking control. There was a lot of families there last night, and he was bothering people. He had attended the World Baseball Classic ball game between Puerto Rico and Mexico. In August 2022, his longtime girlfriend, Rachel Watley, was arrested in Miami after she punched him several times at Miami hotspot Kiki on the river. My God, today. Jesus, this man is just a drama king, girl, okay? So, you guys see all of that, girl, okay? He, according to the street, I don't like the word snitch. I guess when it's used in the context of a motherfucker who does a crime with you or does something bad with you and they rat you out while covering themselves, I understand the context. But I think I don't like the word snitch because it's also oftentimes used to silence innocent people who do not operate on street code, who do not want to protect bullshit and toxicity, okay? And when they go to employ the law or go to tell the proper authorities as it relates to protecting themselves, their families, their communities, they also are called snitches, which I don't agree with, but the streets consider the bitch a snitch, okay? So he snitched out the Bloods, okay? And he snitched out Cardi B. Matter of fact, I believe we have some excerpts from that court case, if I'm not mistaken, girl, okay? And he copped the plea deal and got to do the rest of his time on house arrest and has acted a plum-laced front fool since being a free man. Now, speaking up from Daily Mail, who spoke about the incident earlier, TMZ also blew the spot up, who got a hold of the actual footage. TMZ, okay? Tekashi 6ix9ine brutally attacked in Florida gym, rushed to hospital. As you guys see here, this is him beat down and busted and disgusted, girl. All his tattoos are red. Okay, he got gashes and sores and things going on. It's terrible. Okay, 9:30 p.m. PT, video has surfaced showing a portion of the attack. You see one man continuously hit Tekashi while the rapper does his best to defend his face. Once again, I'm not going to play the video, but you probably have already seen it. He's getting stumped out. This guy here, this big burly, this is Big Dick Derek, bitch, okay? This the nigga that I'm always referencing, girl, on Cell Block 8, honey. Big Dick Derek, who be making niggas throw their asses in a circle for honey buns and pasta. This Big Dick Derek, baby, okay? And he runs shit in and out of the prison system. In the video, you can see Big Dick Derek stomp on Tekashi 6ix9ine, and it looks like it cracked his ribs. I mean, it was a brutal beating, honey. Another man comes into frame and violently kicks Tekashi in the face while he's guarding his face. Then the next clip is the cameraman who is telling Tekashi he's a fan. Despite Tekashi having his weave ripped out, his donkey braids are definitely shit braids at this point. He's bloodied in the face. And the cameraman is trying to get a goddamn autograph and shit, girl. Okay? And it shows Tekashi leaving the restroom or the sauna or whatever space this is, girl. Okay? Tekashi 6ix9ine was savagely beaten, girl, by a group of men out inside of a South Florida gym with injuries so bad that the controversial rapper was rushed to a hospital by ambulance. 6ix9ine's attorney, Lance Lorenzo, tells TMZ the rapper was inside the sauna Tuesday at an LA Fitness when all of a sudden he was attacked by several guys without warning. Lorenzo says 6ix9ine tried to fight off the combatants, but there were too many of them, beating him to a pulp before fleeing. Lance notes that 6ix9ine did not have security with him at the time of the attack. Gym staff heard the commotion and immediately notified a manager. Police and EMS were then called to the scene, and he was transported to a hospital by ambulance. TMZ has obtained a photo of Tekashi taken from the hospital where you can see the damage to his face with gashes and swelling. We're told he has suffered injuries to his jaw, ribs, and to his back. The next step, Lorenzo says, is he plans to call the feds to make sure 6ix9ine gets the protection he clearly needs. Remember, he was granted early release from federal prison after cooperating with authorities to land several of his gang member cohorts behind bars. It's certainly unclear if the gym attack has anything to do with Tekashi's cooperation. Man, oh man, okay? Informant, girl, okay? But moving on, girl, you guys know that, of course, celebrities and toxic niggas alike have responded to this attack. According to TMZ, once again, Boosie Badass and Chief Keef laugh at this whole matter. Tekashi 6ix9ine's enemies are rejoicing in the fact that he was savagely beaten inside a gym sauna, with Boosie Badass and Chief Keef both leading the LOL charge. Boosie pounces at the chance to target all snitching activity within rap and called for a start of a GoFundMe account for 6ix9ine, still unidentified attackers. Here it is. You see, look, Boosie bad bitches Twitter remarks, LMAO, snitches get stitches. Let's start a GoFundMe for this guy, 100. We need to start a GoFundMe for this guy. Like Cootie Money say, we gotta start rewarding the real ones. You guys can see here, Chief Keef, all laughing emojis. My God, today. LMAO snitches get stitches. The Louisiana rapper beamed on Twitter while sharing the video before adding, real ones deserve to be rewarded. Chief Keef also found the situation humorous, amassing over 1 million views with his reaction to 6ix9ine's attack with a pair of laughing emojis. Unlike Boosie, the Chicago drill pioneer has a direct beef with Tekashi. Kenty Kuda B. McKenzie, a former associate of the rainbow-haired rapper, was released from prison early on March 17th. Kuda pled guilty to assault with a deadly weapon in aid of racketeering for his connection to the 2018 Chief Keef shooting attempt in Times Square in 2020. And Almighty Sosa obviously has forgotten about it. TMZ broke the story. Tekashi was rushed to the hospital after the gym ambush, and his attorney Lance Lorenzo tells us he's currently exploring federal protection. Okay, so this is all the nigament going on, girl. Okay, this is the heterosexual agenda, okay, that is pervasive in hip-hop, girl. While they're worried about Lil Nas X and niggas twerking, these niggas are shooting, killing, racketeering, pillaging, selling goddamn drugs, monkey stomping each other, and just disrupting everybody who's just trying to get abs for the summer and LA Fitness, girl. What is really goddamn tea, bitch? Okay? It's the nigament of it all for me. Okay? Now, I wanna, how doing? Oh, here it is, yells. Let's get into more Cardi B focus, okay? According to Vulture.com, Tekashi 6ix9ine snitches on Cardi B in more wild moments from his Day 3 testimony. Tekashi 6ix9ine snitched on still more rappers in Manhattan federal court on Thursday. Matter-of-factly claiming that Dipset rapper Jim Jones was in the East Coast gang 9 Trey and Cardi B a member of the Bloods. The Fifi rapper, whose legal name is Danielle Hernandez, made the disclosures during his third and final day of testimony in a racketeering case, alleged that 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods members Anthony Harv, Ellison, and Jeremiah Juke Mack. According to federal prosecutors, Ellison kidnapped Hernandez at gunpoint in July 2018. The feds alleged that Mack peddled heroin and ecstasy. As the prosecution wrapped up its questioning of Hernandez, Assistant U.S. Attorney Michael Longyear asked him about Jim Jones. Quote, "He's a retired rapper," Hernandez said. Jones, in fact, released an album just this May. Was Jones in 9 Trey? Yes, Hernandez replied. The prosecution played audio from a November 2018 call in the conversation intercepted via wiretap. Jim Jones and alleged 9 Trey godfather Jamel Mel Murder Jones complained about Hernandez publicly trash-talking gang members. Quote, now he got to get violated, Jim Jones said. Quote, yeah, super violated, super duper, Jamel Jones said. Quote, just tell that ninja that he got a gang member no more. That he not a gang member no more. He kicked out the whip. He was never a gang member, Jim Jones said. He has not responded to Hernandez's allegation at time of publication. Hernandez said at one point that Cardi B was a blood. She has discussed Blood's affiliation before, but talking about other people's gang ties is poor form, which is probably one of the reasons there's a Tekashi 6ix9ine hashtag. A rep for Cardi has since denied Hernandez's allegation, telling TMZ this is not true. Later, TMZ reported that Cardi admitted blood ties, but made clear she had nothing to do with 9 Trey. There was also a brief repartee in which Longyear asked Hernandez to explain dry snitching. Quote, dry snitching is like snitching without snitching, Hernandez said. You're telling people what happened, but you're not putting your name on it. He also discussed his beef with rapper Chief Keef, which culminated in a shooting outside a Times Square hotel in June 2018. Hernandez said he asked his friend Cootie to shoot at Keef, agreeing to pay him $20,000 in return. Hernandez met up with Cuda after the June 2nd, 2018 shooting. He testified that he only wound up giving him 10 grand because Cuda fired into the air. Let me tell you something. I don't want to ever hear none of you motherfuckers talking about having complications, discrepancies, and issues with using the proper pronouns when it comes to non-binary folk and trans folk. If y'all can know to call a nigga Cuda, you know she and her and he and him. If you niggas can remember Cuda, you can remember them damn pronouns of trans and non-binary people. Okay? Now, if a nigga named Cuda out here got street cred for his masculinity, baby, y'all better start putting some motherfucking respect on trans and non-binary motherfucking folk. Darn it. Moving along. The courtroom drama was intensified by several embarrassing security breaches at the courthouse. Recording audio and video in federal courthouses is strictly prohibited. People aren't allowed to take electronics into the courthouse unless they have special permission. Somehow, however, illegally recorded audio and video of Hernandez's testimony leaked. Audio was posted to YouTube on Wednesday. A still photo and video of Hernandez's testimony was posted to DJ Takademic's Twitter account Thursday. Hernandez referred to as the complex host as a friend. Hernandez, whose credibility has reportedly come under question, also admitted that he lied in interviews following his alleged kidnapping. Why did you lie? Longyear asked. Because I was humiliated, Hernandez said. Humiliated because I constantly brag that no one can touch me, that I was untouchable, the king of New York. Hernandez said he lied, that I blacked out. The rapper also revealed that his My Little Pony chain stolen during his alleged kidnapping didn't cost him any money. We had a deal, he said of his jewelers in South Florida. They gave me the chain free to promote it. As Hernandez boosted the chain on social media, the jewelers would make smaller versions and sell them, he said. He also claimed that the total value of jewelry stolen during the alleged kidnapping was a sum total of $365,000. Ellison's lawyer, Devira Knick, continued to portray Hernandez as a fabulist who staged his kidnapping to promote the Fifi video. So they were calling this nigga 6ix9ine Smollett, baby, Tekashi Smollett in the courthouse. Quote, you were kidnapped on the 21st. No, Hernandez said, the 22nd. And when was Fifi supposed to be released? July 22nd. So this alleged robbery and kidnapping happened hours before Fifi was supposed to be released, Connect said. Correct. As part of this strategy, Connect also asked Hernandez about trolling, which Hernandez had said can mean a lot of things, but to me, it means antagonizing, mocking, showing off a little bit of my personality. Did you tell others to suck your body parts? Connect asked. Correct. Who did you tell that to? Everyone, Hernandez said. The Brooklyn-born rapper also talked about his plea deal. He copped it to 9 federal counts in January and agreed to cooperate against 9 Trey in the hopes of landing a more lenient sentence. Under normal circumstances, Hernandez would face a maximum of 47 years in federal lockup. If Hernandez meets the terms of his plea deal, to tell the truth, to testify, he explained, prosecutors can write a 5K1 letter, which will let the judge sentence him below the minimum. To be clear, the sentence will still be totally up to the judge. Quote, what type of information goes in that letter, Longyear asked. The good, bad, and the ugly, Hernandez said. Hernandez's next court appearance will likely be his sentencing, which is expected to take place in January 2020. Okay? So that is a laundry list of things, girl. Okay? So that just gives you some insight, girl, into why Tekashi 6ix9ine is considered a snitch. Okay? Why he lost all respect in hip-hop, girl. Okay? Why his reputation is towed up from the flow up. And people are assuming that this is more than likely the motive for why Chun-Li got Chun-Li in the goddamn sauna, girl. Okay? Now, as you guys see, he not only snitched out Jim Jones, but he also allegedly snitched out Cardi B as being blood affiliate, okay, who later confirmed that she was, but had nothing to do with the non-Trey shenanigans, girl. Okay, so Tekashi 6ix9ine has loads of enemies, girl. Okay, not only did he turn against an entire gang and act as an informant, and turned against people who are kind of known for their reputations, girl. Okay, because Cardi B is known to set off a stripper club or two, bitch. Okay, typically over Offset, but you know what I'm getting at, okay? But he's also a troll. So he's mocked a lot of rappers. He's mocked a lot of deceased rappers. He's talked a lot of shit about people who are here and people who aren't here. And it's no telling which one of those people who are associated with the living or the dead was a vibrational match to this LA fitness gym that led to an ass whipping of legendary proportions. Okay? Now, what's also interesting is I want to share my screen here again, girl, just to give you a sum total of why the process of elimination in terms of motive is so widespread. Because, according to people.com, rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine was also sentenced to 4 years probation in child sensual case, reports. Tekashi 6ix9ine was sentenced to 4 years probation, years after he was arrested for his alleged involvement in a child sensual case. The 22-year-old rapper born Daniel Hernandez was first taken into custody in 2015 for use of a child in a sexual performance. Billboard reported in February that of year, the victim's mother filed a complaint, which was obtained by Billboard, and alleged that her 13-year-old daughter was filmed having sensual contact with 2 adult males, one of which was later identified as Tekashi. At the time, Tekashi pled guilty to 3 felony counts for the incident in which he allegedly stood behind the child, making a thrusting motion with his pelvis and smacking her on her buttocks. For the crime, the rapper was reportedly looking at 1 to 3 years of prison, according to TMZ. He later agreed to a plea deal, the outlet reported, which included passing his GED and maintaining a clean arrest record until his original October 2017 sentencing date. Wow. Despite the agreement, he never received his degree, and his court date was continuously pushed back, according to TMZ. On Friday, however, Tekashi appeared at a Manhattan courthouse and received his charges. In addition to his 4-year probation, he was reportedly already credited for 1 year. The rapper will have to complete 1,000 hours of community service. Although he does not have to register as a sex offender, he must also refrain from gang affiliations and reposting sexually explicit or violent photos of women or children online, TMZ reported. A legal representative for Tekashi did not immediately respond to people's requests for comment. Talk about the motherfucking protection, the complexion for the goddamn protection. This nigga was given probation and didn't even have to complete the terms of his probation, which was staying out of trouble and getting his GED. And then went on to damn near be charged with racketeering 2 years after that. But got off on another plea deal because he was willing to be a snitch. Wow. But guess who helped him? Guess who helped him to get a lesser charge in the sentence? Guess who was caping for Tekashi's character? A troll who was gang affiliate and who allegedly was swamped in motherfucking pedophilic rumors and situations. Guess who was in court with him? Speaking up to the judge, telling him, Seeley, he's a good motherfucking man, girl. Yes. Y'all's favorite bishop. When the bishop be going around talking about all the things he's done for rappers and all the things he's done for niggas in trouble, he's talking about pedos who pled guilty, who was found guilty. That's who he's talking about, okay? He's talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine, whose lawyer is also now the bishop's lawyer. That pale Caucasoid woman with the platinum hair also is a part of the bishop's legal team, girl. Yes, the good bishop, girl, who defends victims, girl, and is an ally for sexual assault victims. It's the same motherfucking ally, girl. Woo child, who was in court representing, girl, in them custom-made Japanese Gucci suits, girl. Telling the judge how this man, Tekashi 6ix9ine, is just a wonderful asset, girl, to the community, and Trick loves the goddamn kids, baby. Oh, yes. Loud, live, in any motherfucking color on the iPhone 7, bitch. Okay? Trying to act like he ain't shook, baby. Okay? Trying to act like he ain't thirsty, honey. Trying to act like he ain't pressed, girl. Trying to act like he ain't ready to get on all fours, child. Okay? Trying to act like he the motherfucking top tier nigga in the motherfucking photo. Oh, yes. That's him, girl. Yes. Take a long, good look, child, at your favorite residential ass bishop, girl. Now, let's get into some more things regarding this ass whooping. So, nobody knows who, well, they don't know why this happened, but this is allegedly who did it. Okay? This is who I would call the infamous Big Dick Derek on cell block 8, girl. Yes, his abuser, his perpetrator, his oppressor has been identified, girl. Okay, this is the man who put paws and beatings on 6ix9ine. and has been identified. He is a Miami businessman who just got out of prison for doing an 8-year bid last year. My God. This is Big Dick Derek, y'all. The man who was in the video, girl. He's a businessman turned ex-con turned ass whooper. Yes. And he's no longer on Cell Block 8, bitch. He's in the LA Fitness sauna. Now, at first, I was like, girl, who the hell, how the hell, where the hell this ghetto ass nigga comes from? But then when I looked at how big and strong and Latino and Puerto Rican his muscles was, girl, I said, this is exactly the type of nigga who would be bench pressing at a 24-hour LA Fitness gym, girl. But then again, because he had his Puerto Rican muscle having ass there, I was asking myself, well, where the fuck was this gym located? Because if a businessman turned ex-con / murderer has access to this LA Fitness, girl, this must be on the ratchety 7-Eleven selling EBT and food stamps WIC voucher side of town, bitch. Which left me to then think, what in the hell was Tekashi 6ix9ine doing on the ratchet side of town? Now, I know they said he done went broke, bitch. But, girl, I didn't know the nigga was buying stamps at this point. I know Tekashi had fallen from grace, allegedly. I know he ain't fallen. He had fallen on times, girl. But I ain't know he was living with his motherfucking girlfriend under Section 8, bitch. Okay? That ain't how far down I thought he had fallen from grace. So then, DJ Takademics had ended up in my goddamn algorithm, girl, and he had given an old nasty review over the situation, and apparently he is good butt buddies with Tekashi 6ix9ine, and he was telling us that, you know, this is not really a strange anomaly because Tekashi 6ix9ine, Mr. Hernandez, has a habit when he's alone and solo dolo and he's not pretending to be a celebrity, typically rolls without security and tends to operate as a regular civilian. And he recalled being in one of the refurbished exotic vehicles that Tekashi had picked him up in from the airport. And they were on their way to the hotel that he was going to drop DJ Takademics off in, which I thought was an insult because if you let DJ Takademics tell it, he framing him and Tekashi as friends, but Tekashi didn't even want this nigga at the main house. He dropped this nigga off at the Red Roof Inn, girl. Okay, I don't know whether Tekashi was afraid that he was going to wake up in the middle of the night, girl, and DJ Takademics was going to be in his refrigerator, eating all the hog maw, eating all the ground beef, eating all the leftovers, eating all the pork chops, or what the tea was, girl. So he dropped that bitch off at the Red Roof Inn, girl, and gave him his own personal mini refrige, girl. Okay? But nonetheless, DJ Takademics talked about how they was on their way to the hotel Tekashi was going to put him up in, and Tekashi had stopped in the middle of the medium, girl, right on the interstate, right in the middle of the road, and ran off into some ghetto-ass convenience store for a Four Loko and 2 cigarillos, girl. Okay? Just no security, no nothing, girl. Just hopped out and went right on into a civilian ship, girl. So he says outside of Tekashi, you know, pretending to be a celebrity, girl, he tends to just act like a normal person. But when he go to clubs, when he go to venues, when he doing professional things, he has top-notch FBI, Osama bin Laden, White House level security, girl. Okay? But when he's just chilling in his dad bod, okay, he just be pushing through like me and you. Mm-hmm. He also said, and I don't know why he said this, girl, but he also said that Tekashi 6ix9ine don't like to take his shirt off unless he personally feels like he's fit. And that, because he was connecting this to why Tekashi might have been at a 24-hour LA Fitness gym. Because Tekashi 6ix9ine got some type of preference concerning his body. And when he feel like he's starting to look like DJ Academics, he then goes into extreme dieting and he goes to the gym for 13 hours and slaves away and bench presses and all of that good shit, girl. And that he hangs up DJ Academics pictures on the walls and stuff as his motivation, girl. Okay? So he said, on one end, he can believe that, Tekashi just got a little relaxed, just got a little relaxed, and was probably working on his summer bod, okay, and was in the gym, okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think Tekashi 6ix9ine being a high-profile celebrity turned partial ex-convict, then transformed into government informant, and then reintroduced to the public as the ghetto snitch, would only be out in the open under broad daylight at a public ass gym with no security, no mask, with colorful weave braided into his damn hair, because it speaks to how narcissistic Tekashi 6ix9ine is. Like the article said, he lied initially to authorities about the kidnapping because he believed he was untouchable. And clearly, even after being kidnapped and almost being put into an envelope and mailed off to Mexico, his ass still has this, I'm untouchable, I'm Tekashi 6ix9ine, I'm God in the flesh, and ain't nobody gonna do a motherfucking thing to me. I wish a nigga would. And then, not only did one ninja would, not only did two ninjas would, but three ninjas heard that prayer. And they did, bitch. Okay? They did. And that's why your great-great-grandmama, y'all, always told y'all the old adage, be careful what you wish for, baby. Don't you dare plan to go to the movies and then tell yourself that you wish a ninja would be in your seat. Because you're more than likely going to find 6 of them in one of your damn seats and get your ass whooped as a result, baby. Grandmama always said, you got to be careful about what the fuck you ask for, baby. Don't be petitioning a nigga to do, and then when they did, you looking dumb in the back of the damn ambulance with a goddamn breathing apparatus connected to your goddamn fupa, fighting for your damn life like Tekashi 6ix9ine because you wished a ninja would. Okay? Now you looking goofy and inflated in the back of an ambulance fighting for your damn life because you wanted to enter the world on some I wish a ninja would ass energy. Now look at you, bitch, using your emergency contacts and things. Now look at you. That's why my prayers are, when I leave the house, the Lord, keep these ninjas up off me. It's my prayer, baby. Okay, because I'm cute and I'm as sweet as Alabama pie, and I don't need no ninja pulling me and my pussy into the back of an alleyway, girl. Okay? when the hair be swooped like this and the nigga see me from the left and thinking I'm a bitch, honey, I don't need him tucking his hands up in between my jeans and find big meat sitting there expecting cooch, girl. The Lord, you know how fine you made your son. Okay? Keep these ninjas up off me. Okay? Those my prayers to the Father, Son, and the Holy Daughter when I leave the house. Okay? I be asking the Lord, you got to take responsibility for making the bitch this bad now. It ain't all on me, Lord. Okay? You know what you was doing, bringing me into this system at this time. Slaying like this, pussy fat like this. You got to take some responsibility too. Okay? So the lesson here is, it's time to retire. I wish a ninja would ass energy, baby. Let Tekashi 6ix9ine be your receipt, girl. That's many a times, especially when it comes to negativity, you gonna get what the fuck you asking for. Okay? So, thank God Tekashi survived, girl. Whether he'll be needing a blood transfusion or an extra heart, girl, we'll keep you motherfucking posted. Okay? And isn't it crazy how everybody around Bishop is in trouble, girl? The Bishop connected to Tekashi. Tekashi got his ass whooped, girl. He on hospice right now. The Bishop connected to Unhinged, girl. She done had her final appeal long stroked out of the government system, girl, and got to pay Cardi B her $4.1 million immediately, girl. And it seems like the common denominator for me, bitch, seemed to be the Bishop, girl. He bad luck, girl. Okay? That bitch is equivalent to the goddamn evil eye, baby. No wonder Eric Adams stopped answering the goddamn phone, girl. Okay? Because the Bishop is just the bad motherfucking gift that keeps on giving, girl. Hey, let's see. I ain't never eaten again when I'm watching CTV. So speaking of the Bishop, girl, let's go ahead and get into her child, because she went live throwing her dandruff-filled ass fade backwards and forwards on Facebook, girl, talking about Brandon Belmonte of the New Yorker, girl. Okay? I told y'all, Brandon Belmonte is the new point of obsession for the Bishop. He done caught himself filing a $50 million lawsuit against Brandon Belmonte as a result of talking to Eric Leach of the New Yorker and giving him an old nasty exclusive. And even though Brandon Belmonte's segment was only one paragraph, maybe two at the most, the Bishop has found a new deflective point to get his ass out of prison, baby, because he don't want that big dick Derek smoke, baby. Okay? And I wouldn't be surprised if he done seen Tekashi get his ass whooped, baby. And he about to have us all written up in his goddamn motions, baby, because that ass whipping reminded him of what the next 65 years of his life gonna be looking like if he's found guilty on all these goddamn indictments and charges the feds got pending against him. Let me bring up the New Yorker. Eric Adams mentored a comment because he just found out about this man talking about him just last month and done filed a $50 million lawsuit for damages. Bitch, well. What I need y'all to thumbs up this video, girl. It's 300 plus of y'all in the building and only 261 likes. If you in the building and you enjoying yourself, honey, and you having a good motherfucking time, please thumbs up the video, girl. Okay, oh, here it is. How doing? Yes. Wait a minute. Let me find. Oh, here it is, girl. So Brandon Belmonte is established in the first paragraph, girl. So let me show you where all this began at, girl. Okay, hold on. Let me mute this here, baby. Hold on. Thumbs up, and share. Okay, so this is the New Yorker, honey. This is the article that he been begging everybody to go look at, as if this article does him any favor, girl. Eric Lynch dragged him for the facts of his motherfucking life in this article, girl. Okay, dragged him for the entire facts of his whole entire life, girl. Okay, right in the opening sentence, girl. Check this out, girl. This is what the bishop just discovered last month, and he done went and filed a damn lawsuit against this man who gave this story to this editor. Okay, about a year ago, not long after Eric Adams was sworn in, the mayor of New York was an old friend and church leader named Lamor Whitehead. Went to an auto shop in the Bronx to drop off a Mercedes-Benz G-Class SUV that had been in a crash. Whitehead led a small church in Brooklyn called Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries. People called him Bishop. The shop he visited, No Limit Auto Body, was operated by a man named Brandon Belmonte, who was involved in real estate. Federal prosecutors would later refer to Belmonte as a businessman. Okay, so this article is about to make me throw up in my fucking mouth. Like, I just need these folk to find, girl, where else are the goddamn ads at, girl? Like, they don't give no warning, they don't give no nothing, bitch. Just be getting their bills paid right in your face. Right in your face, girl. With all this crazy ass imagery, girl. I cannot stand it. I need me like an ad blocker, girl. I'm just like, what? Anyway, a businessman. Oh, hold on. Where am I? Girl, see, they done threw me off my square, bitch. Okay, was operated by a man named Brandon Belmonte, who was involved in real estate. Federal prosecutors will later refer to Belmonte as a businessman. The Mercedes was a $25,000 job. Belmonte paid the $13,000 bill for a rental replacement while the work was getting done. Whitehead wanted more. Quote, he basically says, you got to give me another $5,000. Belmonte recalled, quote, I said, bro, the job was only $25,000. 13 and 5 is 18. The parts were $7,000. I'm going to make zero. It occurred to Belmonte that Whitehead wasn't trying to negotiate. He was asking for a kickback. He promised to make it worth Belmonte's while. Quote, I got City Hall in my back pocket, Whitehead said, according to Belmonte. Whitehead explained that he was close with Adams, going back to when Adams was Brooklyn Bureau president. He told Belmonte that Adams had once offered him a $50 million construction contract. Eric's doing big things, Whitehead continued. I got to get mine. He mentioned a property that Belmonte was developing in the Bronx. Quote, he said Eric Adams can make it a homeless shelter and you'll get city benefits, Belmonte recalled. Whitehead offered to broker a meeting with Adams. He kept telling me we're going to make millions together, Belmonte said. And he said, you got to give me the $5,000 or I'm going to beat you up. Whitehead, through his lawyer, denied this and other accounts of his actions described in this article. Now, remember, you guys, there's a lawsuit pending against the bishop by an ex-campaign member who also is alleging that he was physically threatened, berated, and intimidated out of giving the bishop $5,000 that he kept begging this man for. Okay, so it's interesting that Belmonte said he was threatened, okay, to invest. On a friend's advice, Belmonte called an investigator at the U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan. Quote, I said, I think the mayor of New York is on the take, Belmonte recalled. And he said, what do you mean? The investigator patched in colleagues and Belmonte told them his story. I said the mayor of New York City is trying to extort me through someone else, he said. The next morning, FBI agents arrived at Belmonte's door. They asked Belmonte to call Whitehead and began recording. Belmonte told Whitehead that he was ready to do business with him and with the mayor. So this is the end of Belmonte's segment in the motherfucking article. Okay? And when Whitehead, Criminal Head, got a whiff of this article a month ago, this was his big deflective opportunity, girl. Okay? So he went to running around to the Angela Yee show and running around to these low vibrational podcasts and shit, using this man name as the reason for why he's currently facing trial and indictment regarding the United States of America. Now, you guys know that he recently interviewed with Mark Lamont Hill of the Griot, who grilled him on these things, and they touched on Brandon Belmonte, but Mark Lamont Hill also asked him about the indictments, which really, in fact, have nothing to do with Brandon Belmonte. One of the indictments involves an ex-parishioner, Pauline Anderson, who, according to Criminal Head, isn't a parishioner. Her son is a parishioner, who alleges that Criminal Head ran off with $90,000 of her motherfucking money. She filed a lawsuit last year for $100,000 against Bishop Criminal Head after she did not get a return on her money, and he had only made a payment of $100 to her out of the $100 he was supposed to pay her per month. Okay? She also included in her lawsuit text message correspondences between herself and the bishop, where he acknowledges this verbal agreement, and she also presented a cashier's check that was cashed and confirmed alongside her lawsuit, okay? But the bishop has practically denied, really, the circumstance and situation. When he got on Mark Lamont Hill's show, he tried to deflect and answer by not answering, and tried to low-key allude to the fact that, the money, it was, her son was the parishioner, and he tried to talk as if this was just a misunderstanding, and once again, he was being set the fuck up, okay? So despite the fact that the Brandon Belmonte storyline is not working, nobody is buying it. It's clear from the indictments, especially the current superseded indictment that has to do with him attempting to commit bank and insurance fraud, has nothing to do with Brandon Belmonte. So it's literally ineffective. But because it's all that the bishop has, he got to cling to Brandon Belmonte. You guys know that he's had a few conspirators that he believes set him up. So he's alternated, girl, between who he thought was responsible. And according to the bishop, everybody is responsible for his troubles, for his legal woes, for his reputation, for his sentencing, but him. He blames the U.S. government and the criminal justice system for setting him up wrongfully, for imprisoning him wrongfully. He blames commentators and the media for why his reputation is trash, even though he tags the media in every single fucking thing he does, and clearly goes on press circuits with the same media that he trashes. He's blamed Brandon Belmonte now for why this is happening, and has even tried to pull his mentor, ex-mentor, Eric Adams, into this by trying to escalate the situation under the guise that Brandon Belmonte is not only trying to take him, Criminal Head, down, but is also trying to take Eric Adams' ass down, even though there's zero evidence to support this claim. It's a completely baseless claim. It's baseless that Brandon Belmonte is trying to set him up. And they've, in terms of Criminal Head and his team have tried to implement and incriminate Belmonte in his motions to the United States government, who had to write a formal letter replying to this Brandon Belmonte character that Bishop and his team are trying to implement, and tell him to stop bringing up Brandon Belmonte. They essentially told him he's not a witness, he's not a part of trial, we're not using him, he's irrelevant to your indictments. Stop talking to us about Belmonte. Okay? But despite the fact that you can see from the comment sections, the Brandon Belmonte story is not working. The courts have officially told him to shut the fuck up about Brandon Belmonte as it relates to what he's going through currently and facing with the United States government. Bishop Criminal Head has doubled down because he believes in standing 10 toes down. But when standing 10 toes down at working, we can go ahead and call that standing 10 toes up, bitch. Okay? That's the dark side of standing 10 toes down. It's being 10 toes up, baby. So the bishop is 10 toes up, and it's stuck. So he caught himself going live yesterday and interviewing himself about the Brandon Belmonte situation, and he also slammed Mark Lamont Hill and claimed Mark Lamont even set him up. Talking about Mark Lamont asked him questions that were not supposed to be on the docket, and that he had made it clear what he was supposed to and not supposed to speak to. And Mark Lamont asked him anyway, asked him things that were inappropriate, asked him things that was already understood that he would not be able to give a voice to. And I don't know if we're going to get to that part, baby, because he was live for an hour, baby. And we're not going to be listening to the whole thing, but we're going to listen to some of what the fuck he got to say, girl. Okay? So let's get into him interviewing himself, child. Okay? Hold on, let me get this shit together. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hold on. What am I doing? Okay. All right, girl. Yeah, he said Mark was bullying him, child, all type of things, girl. Okay, so let's get into it, girl. Hold on, we're gonna have to speed up some, girl, because he take his time, child. Okay, let's hold on. Let's fast forward some shit, girl. Is this fast forward, honey? Let me see.
I can be a father in your family. I can be a cousin.
Oh, okay, yes. All right, girl.
I just want you guys.
Okay. All right, so this covered by fair use, girl. My disclaimer up, girl. Hold on. Right. Let's do it.
All right. And like I said, if you guys cannot cooperate and be respectful, you're just gonna get blocked. I just want you just to hear, what's going on. You don't have to believe. And I don't need nobody asking me about my attorneys. Don't ask me about anything. If you're here to listen, just listen, and that's it. Okay, that's it. That's all I want y'all to do. So I want to give you guys some time just to jump on. Y'all share this message, because what this is all about is a black man that's being or trying to be persecuted. And I just really want you to, if you don't like Bishop, that's no problem. If you don't like me, that's no problem. Just please, just go on your own page. But I just want y'all to hear my heart. That's it. Because for the African American community, I can be your son. I can be your I can be a father in your family. I can be a cousin. I can be a brother. I can be an uncle. And I just want you guys to really just listen to what I'm about to say. I really just want y'all to listen, because I asked a few questions the other day, and I just said, why don't you like me? And pretty much everybody I spoke to, they said because of what the media said. And I believe that everyone has chosen a side because of the media. And now with me having the platform that I have, I just want to really have a heart-to-heart with you guys and just explain to you what's going on. I really want to explain to you what's really going on, so therefore you can understand my story. Hold on a second. So y'all, can y'all share this for me? Just share this. Everybody share this.
No, we can't. So, girl, he was talking about being a son. Did he not know that a lot of parents and siblings would participate in bringing a relative like him down? Lots of parents do not use the excuse "because you're my child" as a way to avoid accountability. A lot of siblings do not use the fact that you're my brother as an excuse to not hold you accountable. So you being the first cousin, the favorite cousin, the only son, the brother, the uncle, bitch, if you out there doing wrong, a lot of people would hold your ass accountable irregardless of what proximity you have to them and what your relationship is to them.
Everybody to share this if you can. I want everybody to share this. You have frozen.
Righteous people who stand on principle don't give a damn, baby, about you being a son. Get his ass. Get his ass, the law. A lot of righteous people don't give a damn, baby, about you being the head pastor. Get his ass, law. Get his ass. There he go. We'll call in themselves, baby, and give the popo your goddamn altitude and longitude.
Amen. I want you guys are looking at a black man, a black young pastor, one that's been striving, that's being set up and persecuted. I want you to get this. So let's talk about this man, Brandon Belmonte.
Oh God, Jesus. Can we
not? So on January the 14th, an article by the New Yorker came out. And in this article, there was a man named Brandon Belmonte. Let me just pull this article up for you guys.
He can't even find a damn article, girl. He the one promoting the article, girl. He ain't gonna even be able to successfully pull the shit up. And he got a smartphone, girl, and still can't even get to the article. I just found it in 2 seconds through Google, girl. He got a smartphone. He got help and can't even find it.
So, in this article on January the 14th, let me just pull it up.
Exactly, Daniel. No accountability.
And the topic of this article was the mayor and the con man, Eric Adams' friend and ally.
That is not the name of the article, girl. It's friend or ally, okay? Stop trying to make yourself feel better, girl.
Ally. Oh my God, this thing wants you to subscribe. Anyway, wait, get through it.
Come on, friend or ally, girl. Where in the article it says friend and ally?
It's a con man. And there was an interview by a man named Eric Leach. He's the editor. And he interviewed a man by the name of Brandon Belmonte. And Brandon Belmonte told the New Yorker
that part, Tasha,
that the mayor of New York was trying to extort him.
Delusional.
I want to read this for y'all. Hold on 1 second. I don't know why is this not working for me today. Hold on 1 second. I want to read this for y'all, so therefore you guys can get an understanding of what's going on.
Use your smartphone, Bishop. It's being smart for you, girl.
Okay, it's not working.
The smartphone ain't smart in chat.
Here comes me. In fact, I think I have it on. So he stated that the mayor of New York was trying to extort him, and the mayor of New York was trying to extort him through me. Somebody, if y'all want to post the article up there, and I'll pin it. Post the article to New Yorker, and I'll pin it. So when he went to the federal agents and lied. He went there and lied and said that
Exactly, Tasha.
Eric Adams tried to. And who's Eric Adams? Eric Adams is the mayor of New York, and he's also my mentor. And
Exactly, Deborah. I ain't even think about that. I'm surprised because when the feds came busting up through his shit, girl, snatching everything out of the goddamn sockets, and he still got a desktop. This must be the shit that he had hid in his closets, girl, when the feds came. Because there ain't no way the feds would have came and not snatched the goddamn desktops and all these phones as well, girl. This must be the shit he hid under the mattress and stuff, child.
This white man, who now that I'm finding out that he has been lying on people and he is a cooperating informant, which I believe he got into some trouble and he's trying to work his sentence off. I met him through an associate and didn't know him at all. He fixed one of my cars. He did some research on who I was.
So now he about to flip.
And
he finna flip the situation.
But I was never under investigation. I haven't been doing anything wrong. And this man, Brandon Belmonte, in the beginning of last year, went to the FBI and told them that I put him on the phone with the mayor of New York. And he got promises, illegal promises from myself and the mayor, and the FBI jumped on it. He orchestrated an entire narrative that is not true. Nothing he said was true.
It never is, according to you, Bishop.
Told them was a lie.
Of course.
He has done his research on me and knew who I was, and he targeted me.
For some reason, you just attract every employee of the government who's a liar. You attract every entrepreneur who's a liar. You attract every neighbor, every police officer, every human being that has ever came into contact with you. Somehow you just attract the lying nature out of them. It's very fascinating.
This is a form of racism where I've been targeted. My family's been targeted.
Your family's been targeted, but when your spiritual wife had ran off with the emotional support baby, I don't recall her blaming it on racism. I don't recall her blaming it on the feds or on the media. It would seem that she would run off with the baby because you, in fact, are the problem. That's something to consider.
Church has been targeted. And my life is on the line now with federal charges because of this white man, Brandon Belmonte, lying to the FBI. So,
and see the gaslighting. See how he's trying to capitalize off of the social climate right now around race, which is why he's emphasizing that he's a young black man, and he keeps emphasizing how Brandon Belmonte is a white man. This white man, I'm a black man. This white man, this is racism. In situations where there's racism, the victim doesn't even have to say it's racism. It's very obvious to the general public that it is because the situation speaks for itself. But in your case, how is racism responsible for you attempting to defraud banking institutions and insurance agencies but with falsified documents, allegedly mock accounts, etc.? How has racism played into your behavior? How has racism impacted Pauline Anderson not getting her $90,000 life savings back? If he's gonna talk about it, why he can't really talk about it and connect the dots? We interested in connect the dots, Bishop. We're listening intently, as you can see. Connected for us. He never can.
I don't understand why me, but then again, I do understand why me because I was plastered all over the news.
He was plastered all over the news. He takes no acknowledgement over tagging the news and plastering himself in front of the world. No responsibility whatsoever. He's just a victim under every circumstance, always.
And he utilized all of that influence
He
to
is
influence the
him
federal
a
agents
weirdo
about his story. And he has spoken statements of nothing but lies. And he has created a narrative that myself and the mayor was doing something under the table, which is a lie, and which is proven to be a lie.
He didn't create a narrative. He was asked by a journalist what his experience of you was, and the man simply conveyed that to him. Brandon Belmonte has not gone on a press tour about you. He has not taken to Instagram Live to out you. He has not went and interviewed with other content creators about you. Brandon Belmonte is somewhere scamming 50 more goddamn people, minding his goddamn business, living his best criminal damn life. Okay? There's no narrative. He gave his experience to an editor who published it and then moved right along.
The mayor of New York has never met him. As far as I know, definitely not through me, never met him. And he lied. And
he never said he met y'all.
Now you're seeing a young black man.
He never said he met y'all. He said that you made promises to him about your connections, which you do. And he ain't the only person who said that. Pauline Anderson said that you also made similar promises. The ex-campaign workers who you was trying to get, I think it's the one that you tried to get $500,000 out of, also said that you made similar claims to him. You used Adams' name for clout. You use Eric Adams' name to convince people that you are some high-end ninja who can make dreams come true. And you insert Eric Adams' names into your shenanigans just like you did, trying to deflect from this trial by bringing Eric Adams' name into this. And Eric Adams is in no way, shape, or form connected to you. I mean, not connected to you. He ain't no way, shape, or form connected to any of these indictments. He ain't facing none. The feds ain't looking for him. He's living his best ex-mentor goddamn life. Boo. Okay, so it's easy to believe Brandon Belmonte because so many other people can corroborate in their own situations. You did very similar things. And just like you inserted Eric Adams' name for no reason, just to deflect. Just so that you can have an emotional support friend in this shit with you. You just sucked his name into this shit. And got him looking crazy. Moving along.
Being persecuted. And you know, Andrea, you know, your last name is SCUTELLARO. She says the FBI doesn't prosecute on rumors. You see, you guys really don't know. You guys don't know anything, man. You guys don't know anything. And it's just like, you guys have already judged me, the ones that have already judged me, and you really don't want to hear how this thing started. And when he put out the article on the New Yorker, that was his big mistake. And why was it his mistake? Because over 7 to 10 victims have contacted me because of Brandon Belmonte. Right now, he has stolen and he has scammed over $4 million worth of money. He has judgments in New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. The victims have called the FBI. You see, we got guys like this saying, man, go to jail. You know, y'all, these people are just so almost in this. He has victims.
So now he getting trolled in his comment section.
In New Jersey, Connecticut, New York, Florida, upstate New York. He has them all over the place. They have contacted the federal authorities. They have contacted their local precinct police, and nothing has been done. He has stolen money from them, sold them cars that he did not own. He has lied to a number of people. I want y'all to put this car company. I want everybody to post this.
No wonder y'all came into contact, because your own criminal arrest record is almost a goddamn identical match to Brandon Belmonte's salacious behavior out here in the free world.
VIP cars. VIP cars. This was a company that he once had where he rented and leased cars. Brandon Belmonte was using people as straw buyers, making them rent cars, not paying the bill, and literally stealing the car and never returning it. And if he did.
Oh. Really? Because that sounds very familiar to me. That sounds very familiar. Hold on, I want to find something. I want to find something that I have. That sounds very, 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 very familiar, child. Upper. That sounds just like a lot of your shenanigans. Let me show y'all something. Hold on, let's okay, let me shrink myself. Okay. In 2004, in Suffolk County, New York, police received complaints from 9 residents claiming that their identities were being used to purchase Range Rover cars. After arresting one suspect, the newly formed Identity Theft Investigation Unit began to pursue Whitehead, who had shared the same address as the first thief. The following year, Whitehead took a $200,000 personal loan from conductor Maximo Bragado Darman and his son Julio Bragado Young. According to a lawsuit, Whitehead promised to repay the loan in 1 month along with $25,000. Whitehead defaulted, and Bragado Darman successfully sued Whitehead in 2008 for $306,000. As of 2022, Whitehead continues to owe Bragado Darman $261,000 following a court judgment. Later in 2005, Whitehead was living in Teaneck, New Jersey, following a criminal complaint that he was arrested by Port Authority police in Upper Manhattan while driving a maroon Range Rover. Following the arrest, police discovered that Whitehead was operating an extensive fraud and identity theft operation to take out more than $2 million in loans, which he recently tried to do, according to his new superseded indictment. Isn't that interesting how a zebra does not change their fucking stripes? And tried to take out a loan for more than $2 million and purchase motor vehicles. More than 50 victims were identified from states including Tennessee, Georgia, and New York. Whitehead was charged with multiple counts of identity theft and convicted in 2008. He served 5 years in Sing Sing Correctional Facility before being released in 2013. He also filed for bankruptcy in 2006. So it's given very much so familiar spirit, baby. It's given very much so law of attraction, vibrational match between Whitehead and Belmonte. That's what it's given. Okay, it just sounded very familiar to me. Hold on, I think it's one more I got up in this piece. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Let me see, because there's something else up in this piece. Grand I claim non-believes NYPD. I don't understand the suit. One here promised. Nope, that's not it. Hold on, because it's that situation with the ex-girlfriend working at the Hyundai dealership who was helping him cipher people's social security numbers and shit, child. Okay? I mean, talk about racketeering and things. I'll find it as y'all listen.
Returning, it was crashed. So many of his victims have called me. My team, we have a plethora of information on him. He has sent fake wires to pay back his individuals, which were all fake and phony. He sent fake checks. And the crazy thing about this, y'all, is this. The New York Times contacted me a while ago to ask me who was the businessman that they were talking about in the indictment. And, you know, we couldn't say anything until he came out and started to speak about this in the New Yorker. That's a good question. Why hasn't he been arrested? Because he's white. That's why.
Wow.
The victims have
chasing
him. A few of the victims that I've met already. I've spoken to. I've been chasing him for over 2 to 3 years now. And he's still not arrested.
Sorry, y'all.
No publication has picked up the story. Not the Daily News in New York, not the New York Post, not the New York Times. And it's so ironic that the New York Post asked for
these are reputable outlets. These are reputable outlets, girl, that they will not post hearsay, okay, unless there's something in the courts. And this man also is not famous. He doesn't have any clout. So he's literally the law's responsibility. You are a so-called famous pastor, right? You are the one who welcomes media attention, right? You are the one who tags everyone, right? You are the ones who push your business to the forefront and just want to be famous for the hell of it. So that's why they publicize you. And what they're publishing is well documented and legitimate black and white paperwork. Everything going on around Brandon Belmonte is hearsay. It's people's experiences. They've left reviews, etc. But they're not taking him to task, and more so, he's not in the media celebrity world. But you are, as a result of being so thirsty. Have inserted yourself into the media space as a personality, known as a bishop. That's been narrated as the bling bling bishop as a form of mockery because you're so goofy. So stop trying to make you and Brandon Belmonte a equivalent, because y'all are not a equivalent. Belmonte is just a regular scamming person in the world. Why would he be posted by the NY Post or the Shade Room or Media Takeout or the Neighborhood Talk? Why? Like, his lived experience is allegedly of crime. He has no relationship to pop culture. So why would he be in the same spaces and covered to the same degree or mentioned? I mean, in that case, why isn't NY Post highlighting every damn criminal? Why isn't the Shade Room highlighting every goddamn criminal? That's not necessarily their lane. Okay? But you being in the media, and you have fallen short as a result of your alleged behavior. That's why you're there. It's so weird how he frames like reality in his mind. It's like very bizarre and immature.
Comment. And I stated to them, not guilty. And when are you going to do the story on Brandon Belmonte?
Never.
No story. Why is it that no publication, the Daily News called me last week.
I just told you.
So I gave them the information on Brandon Belmonte.
Just cleared that up for you, boo.
No story. Why isn't Brandon Belmonte arrested?
Mm-hmm.
And why and how is he able to lie on a black man, start a case, so therefore it can be a witch hunt, and it can tear into Bishop Whitehead's life based off of a lie? How do we black men get treated this way? And the reason why, there is no justice at this point is because I'm a black man. How can this man go and lie and create a narrative against me, and nobody fact check this? I've been asking that the federal prosecutors redo their research on this man.
They're not.
Redo the research and dismiss these charges. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna
So,
fight it to the end.
Like I said,
And
y'all,
whatever the outcome
this
may
is
be,
what he was trying to do. Remember, I clocked it from the jump. I said he inserted Brandon Belmonte's name to deflect. His expectation was if he can be an informant on the informant, then he can moonwalk out of this indictment and out of these decades in prison he's facing. Now he admits it. He admits it. Y'all need to take him instead of me, is what he's saying. Now he admits his motive. I told y'all this was the motive the moment he latched on to Brandon Belmonte's name, and he just admitted it.
this man go and lie and create a narrative against me, and nobody fact check this. I've been asking that the federal prosecutors redo their research on this man. Redo the research and dismiss these charges. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna fight it to the end. And whatever the outcome may be, you guys are going to know that Bishop Whitehead fought it. You guys are going to know that I stood 10 toes down, no matter what. Because let me tell you this: the reason why they've been plastering me all over the media.
And for y'all who's saying that the bishop is a little cuckoo girl, okay, let's baby, his behavior isn't just restricted to matters of money and finances. Hold on, I just had it. Look at this shit here. On July the 1st of 2015, Whitehead was arrested for allegedly hitting his then 7-year-old son, according to a parole violation release report obtained by the Post. The case was dropped after the officials found no probable cause to prosecute, according to the State Department of Corrections and Community Service. But check this shit out. Months later, Whitehead was arrested in Uniondale for violating an order of protection, according to Nassau County Police. That case has since been sealed, officials said. Asked about the arrest, and Whitehead said he would never harm his son and noted that all charges were dismissed. But he was arrested in Uniondale for violating order of protection, and whatever the fuck transpired, they sealed the case. So the details on this violation are very, very interesting and have been hidden away from the general public. Okay? And hell, according to my source, the day that the wife ran away, he called the police on her ass, damn near allegedly held her hostage in the damn house, girl. So we know it's definitely given violation of PTO, girl. Definitely.
Is because they know if we do go to trial, they want to be able to have a impartial jury. However, I trust in God.
You wouldn't be talking so much if you did. Oh.
I didn't do anything wrong. I was targeted by a white man.
Oh, God.
And just like how we've been targeted. Being killed by police officers.
Oh, God.
You guys are now being able to see how black men
No, we're
are
not.
destroyed. in the court.
You are not that. Your situation is not that. You are not that. This is not that situation. Your ass is not out here minding your damn business, being policed unnecessarily. You running off with old women's fucking monies. You're the one allegedly intimidating and berating people out of their motherfucking coin, girl. Let me see here. Yeah, according to the New York Post, Whitehead, who was previously convicted of grand larceny and identity theft, claimed Monday that he now believes even the NYPD seems to think at this point he staged the robbery. The police department has said the case is ongoing. According to Andrew's lawsuit, the bishop hired him in April of 2021 to help out with his campaign and asked him to hire a team of staffers. Andrew said in the suit that Whitehead promised him $30 an hour and team members $20 hourly, but later reduced his rate to $15 and the other workers to varying amounts. Okay, hold on, because there's another piece to that. Fendi Lovin'. Okay, yes. But according to the lawsuit, Whitehead never made good on his promise to reimburse the plaintiff for the thousands of dollars he was forced to shell out to pay workers. Andrew accuses Whitehead of fraud, breach of contract, and unjust enrichment in the complaint, which was filed July 29th. He owes me money. He cannot evade it. Andrew told the Post on Tuesday. I have the fucking proof. So what does any of this got to do with racism? What does this got to do with you being a young ass black man? Ain't nothing he got going on has been legitimately connected to race yet. The only thing that's been, the only commonality between Bishop Whitehead and his problems are him. That's the common thread right now.
Nobody wants to post it. So what I did was I just put out a lawsuit today of $50 million against Brandon Belmonte. And the lawsuit is public record. I'll also post it. And it brings up all of the, well, most of the lies that he placed in the New Yorker. Somebody said, why you, Bishop? Because of my influence and because of my relationship with the mayor of New York. You guys have to understand, if this man did not say the mayor of New York, we wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't even be here. That's the story. That's the big story.
That part.
When you sit there and you go to the FBI and say that the mayor of New York allegedly did something illegal to you or promised you something illegal, that's the story, y'all. Oh, I don't look worried. I'm just telling you. Somebody said you look very worried. No, I don't look worried. I don't look worried. But at the end of the day, driving while black is just not right, guys. It's just not right in America. You know, we get crucified, and our own people, we crucify each other. We laughing. Like I got people over here with these laughing emojis on Facebook. You know, we're very brutal. We're very brutal to one another, and it's all right because, however it turns out, God still has me no matter what. And I just really want y'all to understand that I'm bringing awareness. People saying you're hurting your case. No, I'm not hurting my case. I'm talking about what's already out there. That's what I'm talking about. And this Brandon Belmonte.
And I believe he's obviously hurting his case. But the reason I believe he's not getting a lot of pressure from his lawyers is because for them, taking on all of Bishop's problems, it's just an easy paycheck. He wants to sue everybody. The lawyers don't give a damn that these are frivolous lawsuits. They don't give a damn because ultimately, every time he wants to utilize them for their services, they get a check. They don't give a fuck. You know, there are lots of lawyers like everybody else who is in working class corporate America who are just there for a check. They don't give a damn about, you know, what's in the best interest of the customer, the client, etc. So as long as you want to keep suing, hell, they got a fucking job. As long as he stays in trouble, They always got a paycheck, and they get paid, and lawyers get paid hourly, baby. And a lot of them charge hella coin per hour. Okay? So I believe his whole team ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking opportunists. Brian L. Ponda is fucking disbarred in Oklahoma from even practicing because of his own unethical conduct. So they don't give a damn. It's a money grab. They don't give a damn that and it's even easier for them to take this as a money grab because they know he's going down. So ain't no point in them really giving him any advice and truly holding him accountable because it's like, nigga, ninja. We can't help you anyway, okay? And we getting employment. So go out there. Because if he had a legal team that believed in him and believed in his innocence, and he had a legal team that really cared about him, and he had a fighting chance, there is no way he would be running that dick sucker. No way. No fucking way. No fucking way. No way. But because he's already been washed and he's about to be rinsed, and they probably consider it's practically over, boo. You're going down. We'll take this easy coin and take this easy money, honey, until the well dries up, honey. Okay? And I can't say that I blame them at all.
He's a liar. He's a con artist. He's a scammer. And he has hurt a lot of people. People have contacted me and said that he rents luxury cars and he put recordings inside of the cars to get people's information. And I want y'all really to understand.
I don't think Olga is the worst. I'm going to say that Brian L. Ponda is the worst because Olga ain't disbarred nowhere. She can legally practice law in every state of this country, baby. Okay? Brian L. Ponda not only is disbarred in the state of Oklahoma, but Brian L. Ponda just shy of 6 months ago was anti-Bishop. He the one who showed Pauline Anderson's cashier check to Bishop. He the one who backed up the predictions that the Bishop would be facing legal troubles by the end of the year. He spoke against the Bishop, but took him on as a client because it's a money grab. There's nobody worse than Brian L. Ponda. Olga ain't never spoke disrespectfully about Unhinged. She never came out publicly and trash Unhinged. Never. She ain't disbarred nowhere in the state from practicing. You literally got a slum attorney and a slum fucking client. I mean, this man keeps on the law of attraction keeps matching his ass up over and over and over again to his equivalent, including matching his ass up to Brandon Belmonte while he trying to sell himself out as innocent. If you let the Bishop tell it.
You know, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not taking anything from anybody. I'm just a black preacher, black young man that grew up without my father because he was killed by the police because of the color of his skin. Grew up in a single household, and now
I believe it, Tasha. I said that on yesterday.
You guys talk about me,
I said I think that this trial gonna be explosive because ain't no way the feds ain't showing their whole hand. He the one out here doing a press tour. The feds is going to they're gonna OJ his motherfucking ass. Y'all remember when they're gonna R. Kelly his ass. Remember when R. Kelly trial had set in and the lawyers were bringing in the evidence, girl, in the truckloads? They damn near were pulling 18-wheelers up to the courthouse, girl, unloading the evidence on R. Kelly ass. That's what the scene gonna look like when Bishop ass and his trial come, girl. Y'all gonna see lawyers having the goddamn evidence on gurneys coming into the courthouse, okay? It's gonna be a mess. I believe it, Tasha.
Right? I have children that look at your comments and it's just like, you know, I haven't done anything to you guys, right? I'm just who I am. I did a interview. This guy Mark Lamont Hill from the Grill.
He about to drag Lamont.
In my inbox, I speak to him. Yo, brother, I just want to, we black men. I just want to do this, and then
he about to drag Lamont.
He ambushed Max, right? You talk about my entire family, right? I have children that look at your comments, and it's just like, I haven't done anything to you guys, right? I'm just who I am. I did a interview. This guy, Mark Lamont Hill from the Grill. In my inbox, I speak to him. Yo, brother, I just want to, we black men. I just want to do this, and then what he does, he ambushes me on the Grill. I hold my own, but you guys don't know when you see the interview. You might be seeing me looking all over because I did the interview on my phone, and their back office blacked out the camera, so I couldn't see him. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm looking around, and then he's hitting me with these questions that he knew that I could not answer because my team already told him certain legal questions I can't answer. And then he has, at the end, he talks about what I did answer. It was a complete ambush. I never knew. Everybody's telling me he's a snake. I never knew that. Before he called me, I just put my 10-month-old baby to sleep. He ambushed me. And when y'all see this interview on the Grill, you're going to see I held my own, but he was ambushing me, asking me questions that was outside of the parameters of what him and his producer said he was going to ask me. And he just went in. And then D.L. Hughley reposted it and started talking about me. It's just like our own people, and they don't even know the facts. And yet they're the first ones that talk about black power, but want to destroy me. My family is cool. Thank you guys for asking about my wife and my family. They're good, and they're pressing through. And I just want to thank each and every one of you guys. I'm going to keep pushing this. I'm going to keep doing what God says.
Okay, so slamming Mark Lamont Hill. Okay, he got ambushed. Okay. Oh my, every time he get hit with hard questions, he got bullied, he got ambushed. Every time anybody's being critical or holding him accountable or being logical or fact-based, he's being bullied, girl. He's being attacked. I mean, talk about, like, and they have the nerve to like always slam the homosexual community, but he's giving a lot of feminine energy. All this constant, it must be exhausting to be the perpetual victim all the time. Like all the time to be the victim. Every day the victim. Every live stream the victim. Every now and again we all gonna be a victim. We all gonna get played. We all gonna go through some bullshit. Every day you attract every problem there is. Somehow you just have the gift of attracting problem and the worst of human beings, sir? No. Okay? That man asked you the questions he was supposed to ask your ass. You can decline to answer them if you don't want to. Okay? He asked you for yes and no's, and you wanted to give narratives and deflect and reject and rebuke and then pull out the old, I'm not going to be bullied. You're not going to be bullied like Pauline Anderson feels you did her. You're not going to be bullied like Andre, the clergyman who sued you over these wages, felt. You're not going to be bullied the way that Tasha Howard felt when you put your fucking filthy hands on her. You're not going to be bullied like your spiritual wife felt. Okay? Who couldn't wait another second to leave the mini mansion for her peace of mind. Because according to her Insta story, that day after she had done scooted through in the Coupe de Ville with the emotional support baby, she was what? Nothing is worth more than your safety and peace of mind. Hashtag freedom. Oh, but you don't want to be bullied. Like all the people that have been bullied by you. All those victims from that Hyundai dealership. thieving scheme. All the victims from the Mexico thieving ring are the 50 victims in Suffolk County who woke up and saw that they had a credit score of 413 as a result of you wanting to live like Paris Hilton, bitch, and Nicole Simpson. Wow. Trial is going to be pitiful. Can you imagine this ninja on the stand being cross-examined, and you know they're going to make an example out of his ass, baby. Y'all know they're going to play mind games with this dude on the stand, baby. I hope this shit is televised. Do y'all think it's going to be televised? Y'all think that we're going to be allowed into the courtroom, girl? Huh? What y'all think going to happen? Because, baby, I need to see that, but I need to see that, baby. I might got to get my New York fund together, child. I need to be... I need the Tory Lanez trial this thing, baby. I need to sit in, girl, and be reporting live. Because this is going to be a hot damn mess. And it's going to be pitiful to see Brian L. Disbarred Ponder and Tekashi's ex-palehead ass lawyer, girl, trying to defend this man against attempted bank fraud and attempted insurance fraud. Girl, that's going to make they gonna embarrass themselves. I don't think they thought this through. Like, yeah, the money is one thing, it's an easy grab, girl. But do you realize you're gonna actually have to actually pretend to defend this man? I just don't even know what their defense is gonna be. They already can't use Belmonte to hide behind. The court's already done stop that shit. He can't submit no more motions mentioning Belmonte to them. They done with the conversation. How they gonna defend this Pauline Anderson situation? She got cashier checks. Brian L. Ponder got a copy of it when he was an enemy of his now client, girl. How that's gonna work out? It's gonna be a mess. Tasha, y'all up in New York, baby. This might be an exclusive. We might need a you and Killer, honey, to report live, honey. Okay? Report live from the courthouse, child. Because it's going to be epic. Andrew says, Consciouztv, you know he's about to produce some fake text, etc. between Belmonte, and that's what's next. He mentions spoof calls from Belmonte's picking on him and laughing. You think he that committed? You think he that committed that he gonna produce spoof fake text? I don't know. But you know, either way, you know, it's not against the law for anybody to communicate with Belmonte. Belmonte's a free man. And so is every other individual. Anybody can communicate with Belmonte. You know, he's trying to hide behind everybody, baby. Okay, everybody after him, everybody connected. He did the same thing with his church situation. He connected Larry and Jives to Tasha and Killer being at the church. Just a mess. A mess. A mess. I think what he more than likely is going to do, though, is if he gets some legitimate alleged victims of Brandon Belmonte who got some facts to back up the situation, he'll more than likely indulge in some of that. But I don't put nothing past him. He's a desperate man. Desperate times call for desperate measures. So, you know, I expect him to pop that puss until the very end. Hell, he did say he gonna fight to the end. Fight probably with lies, fight with deflection, fight with manipulation, but fight none the damn less. So, you know, we'll be here for the shit show if the Lord is willing. He started talking about spoof calls just out of the blue on our live. Yeah, setting up the narrative. That's what they always do, weirdos. But like the devil, he's on borrowed time. He on that borrowed time, child. So he better get all his bullshit out right now, honey, because shit is about to get real for him. And that superseded indictment, that recent one, that's a killer. That's donezo. The fact that he's already a convicted felon and he got all these fractions on his record for theft and fraud, and then you just attempted in your redeemed life, insurance and banking. Oh my baby. Oh my God. Now the gag of me is Eric going to show up to support his mentee at any point during this trial. Will he be used as a character witness? Will he attach himself in any way, shape, or form? And if he doesn't, what type of effect will that have on the bishop, who's already feeling away because Eric done stopped picking up his phone calls, even though he's been trying to act like they're still in good standing, and they're not. But that's going to be the ultimate shade and the ultimate act of we're done is if Eric does not show up and support his motherfucking mentee. I don't think Eric Adams gonna bring his stuff that close to the situation. Too much drama. Too many facts. Too much hard evidence, baby. So we'll keep our eyes open, girl. Okay? So Bishop Whitehead, girl, on her way she on her way to trial. And her new congregant Unhinged done exited trial, child. Okay? So they just swapping lanes, girl. Okay? And his fate is gonna be similar to Unhinged. Guilty as charged. And it's gonna be so embarrassing. So embarrassing, girl. He'll probably be pulling an R. Kelly doing interviews from prison, girl, still trying to claim he a young black man. The system is after him. This is politically and racially motivated. I mean, girl, he's gonna carry the hell on. Now, who the hell he gonna be interviewing with is gonna be the gag. But it's gonna be giving crackhead energy. For sure. So y'all get prepared to put money on the bishop's commissary because it ain't looking good. And y'all see the way Big Dick Derek whooped Tekashi 6ix9ine's ass, baby. See, the bishop now is experiencing PTSD, girl. Okay, now we say he's fighting for his life, girl. His homeboy Tekashi 6ix9ine, who he tried to help in court, who pleaded guilty to sexual misconduct with a 13-year-old girl, a minor. He saw Big Dick Derek get out, baby, and whoop ass. So his pussy popping is going to be taken to another level because now he having all type of PTSD, prison flashbacks, and penitentiary nightmares and things. And he didn't think about this when he was out there doing the devil's work. Instead of being a humble servant of the Lord, wearing regular motherfucking Old Navy clothes and pushing around a goddamn 1992 Toyota Camry, baby. That's a small goddamn piece of humility to pay for freedom. Now, because you want to be out here on your bald-headed hoe shit, ain't nobody told you to go get a motherfucking house you couldn't afford. Ain't nobody told you to go get cars you couldn't make payments on. Ain't nobody tell you to go rent properties that's outside of your goddamn tax bracket and your motherfucking budget. Ain't nobody told you to go living beyond your means. And now you on Facebook Live looking goofy and lonely. Goofy and lonely, baby. I mean, she even took the damn dog, girl. Just goofy, lonely, broke, and in foreclosure. And the only time he gets any type of social interaction is when he go live and get trolled, girl. My God, today. Talk about a Job experience. That wraps up today's commentary. I love you. I just want to come and get into some of them things with y'all, girl. We been here 2 hours. Pray for y'all favorite bishop, girl. Pray that he come to the light, tell the truth, shame the devil, and save his soul, girl. Okay? Shame the devil and confess to the Lord if he can't to nobody else, baby. Maybe the Lord will send him to heaven instead of to hell, baby. Because the body seemed to be going to prison, baby. Okay? But maybe the soul can be redeemed, girl. Okay? The body, cell block 8. The soul is savageable. But that's going to be on him too, girl. Thank you, Natasha. I love this look. I just got here. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you all for kicking it with me and being here today. I'm going to get out of here, go eat, and pull up some Netflix and see what the fuck going on. Finish editing these hair videos, girl. Okay. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll be getting into some things, honey. Make sure that you thumbs up this video, whether you are a part of the replay game, you're part of the street committee, girl, you in the live chat. The Bush babies, thumbs up, subscribe, tell a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. Leave me your thoughts below. Thank you to all my contributors. My phone is dead. So if you PayPal me or Cash App me, I will shout you out in the next live stream. Thank you so much. God bless you and anoint you. And I'll see you guys later. Good night.